Hi, I'm Rachel, that's Missy behind me, and this is my September 2020 book haul. Just a small little haul of things to show off, and very little buying this month, which is good in coronavirus terms. This is my one purchase, The Beekeeper of Aleppo by Christy Lefteri, a book that certainly interested me on its own, but I specifically bought it because I am currently reading it as my final book that I have to judge for the BookTube Prize. For those of you who have seen some of my other videos, you know that the BookTube Prize was started by Robert at Barter Hordes, wherein people involved in the BookTube community read and judge and rank and whittle down lists of the best in fiction and nonfiction throughout the year. We are at the tail end of 2020, and next weekend Robert will be broadcasting the winners, so long as some people get their ballots in on time. But anyway, that's why I have this book. I just talked about it in my last Friday read, since I am in fact reading it, but one thing I didn't mention is that since I bought this used, I was able to get the UK cover, which is pretty cool, something you don't often get to do in the US. It even has a sticker that it's a book club for BBC Two. BBC Two radio, I guess it is, so that's pretty cool. And from here we're going into books that I did not buy, starting with a library book. This is A Mercy by Toni Morrison, which I am reading in part for Toni Morrison 2020. This is a reading challenge started by Hannah at Hannah's Books, wherein we are challenged to read all of Morrison's novels in 2020, and I've been trying and mostly succeeding in getting to one a month. Well, kinda, because this is my September one. It's also the first edition that I have my hands on, including audio editions, that isn't one of the vintage repeats with the really colorful backdrops and the swirling script, which I kind of feel bad about that we've broken the cycle at long last. Although what I really feel bad about is that Toni Morrison didn't write any intros for any books in a long time of my book reading anyway. So, but anyway, I can't complain much because I actually think this is quite the nice cover. I just like the naturalistic view and everything, and the colors work nicely. I hope it shows up well on the camera. And this book is historical fiction about American slavery, but set before America, or the United States, I should say, in the 1600s. And finally, this is my most unique book. Unique in that I definitely should not have it here in my possession in my home, but thanks to coronavirus, things have changed. This is the Mokor, or the prayer book that my synagogue uses for the high holidays, for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And because of coronavirus, we couldn't hold services in person, so the synagogue did allow for us to check out prayer books, so that when we were streaming the services on our TVs, if we wanted, you know, that physical copy of the book, we had it in hand. And it really did make the service feel more real, you know, in that almost like I was there in the room rather than on my couch. A lot of Mokors, or any prayer books, are given in memory of people, so here's my synagogue Addis Israel and the memory card in it. This is a relatively recent edition from 2010, I believe, although I think it's more recently that my synagogue switched to this version, published by the Conservative Movement's Rabbinical Assembly, because I belong to the conservative movement, so it works out quite well. It's a really lovely prayer book with all of the Hebrew and the transliteration and some translation, but also a whole lot of alternative prayers and marginal sort of additional readings to bring more life and nuance to what we do throughout the high holidays. So I will link to more information down below, to the Mokor and also to the Goodreads pages for the other two books. So there you have it. And that about covers it for me now. Next on my docket, I am hoping to get to my writing quarterly wrap-up, because I try to do that every 3 months, but I'm starting a new job on Wednesday and things might get a little hectic, so I usually post the quarterly wrap-up on the last day of the month or the first day of the new month. I don't know if I'll be a little later than usual, but on Saturday I definitely want to sit down here and do a live reaction to Robert's BookTube Prize video. It'll probably be me, aiming the camera at the live stream and mumbling my reactions to whoever wins. That's, I think, what it was like last year. I'll try to be better. In the meantime, I hope all my fellow Jews who've recently come out of Yom Kippur had a good and meaningful holiday and fast. I just came out of services myself, even if services are in the other room this year. I wear all white, which is a custom because Jews are buried in white shrouds, and Yom Kippur is a holiday sort of about facing mortality in part, so, but in a positive way, I think, of trying to live your best life. I have so many memories swirling through my head from the last week just of what my clergy has brought to the table and made me think about, so I might get to journaling all of that now and leave you be. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.